8:30. Let's get going. So welcome to this meeting, everyone here, for the October Planning and Zoning Commission. The first item on our agenda is to consider the approval of minutes for September 20th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the minutes for September 20, 2023, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Moving on, consider approval of minutes for October 9th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the minutes for October 9th, 2023, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, moving on. Public hearing, case number PD 2022-003, update. Applicant Scott Allen, representing Stephenville Rentals LLC, pursuant to the requirements set forth by Section 154.08 of the City of Stephenville zoning ordinance, is presenting an update and requesting an extension of the development schedule for the planned development located at 157 West Washington, parcel R29179, being Block 5, Lot C of the city addition to the City of Stephenville, Erath County, Texas. Mr. Killen.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the commission. If I may, before I jump in, I'd like to welcome the new board members and just let you know, appreciate your service, willing to serve, and look forward to working with you as we move forward. So with that, as you know, the PD requirements, once we approve a plan development, the developer is to come back and provide annual updates on the project. That is what we're doing tonight. Mr. Allen has submitted a revised timeline for this PD. You might recall this is for two properties over on the square. It's the same timeline for both properties. I believe it's 157 and 171 West Washington. And basically, he is extending that to where both units will be completed by, I believe, April of 2025. I'm having a hard time seeing that far away because I'm getting old. But timeline, basically, he does have the first approval from the Historical Commission. It has to go to the national level now, and he anticipates having that by the first part of the new year. And then projected construction for 157 will start on March 1st. And his plan, he and I visited today, he was unable to be here tonight, but his plan is to, he has a beauty shop, I believe, in that building, and he's going to move them over, do the construction, then move them back. So he's kind of shifting the construction from one side to the next. But as you see in his timeline, he's got a pretty definitive date line that he's trying to meet those milestones. In summary, he will anticipates finishing by April 1st, 2025, and then he also makes that note that he is hoping that it's before April 1st, 2025, but he thinks that will give him the timeline that he needs to complete both sides of the project. So with that, Madam Chair, I'd be glad to answer any questions. And again, this is for both properties. We have to act on them separately, but this will apply to 157 and 171. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Any questions for Steve?
What happens if he doesn't get the approval at the national level?
Great question.
I hate to be the gloomy one.
I get the impression from Mr. Allen that he will remain engaged until
Okay.
he gets that approval, so.
I believe that as well.
Ultimately, I believe what would happen if we do get to the point to where he cannot receive the approval, then we would come back to P&Z and council and ask that that be removed as a PD in the zoning map.
Okay.
Other questions? All right, well then, I'll go ahead and open a public hearing. Does anybody here wish to speak in favor or against this new schedule? Closing the public hearing. Commissioners,
I move that we approve the new schedule according to the plan development.
recommend to council, correct?
Recommend to council, yes.
Second.
All those in favor of recommending to council approval of the new schedule, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? All right, moving on. Case number PD 2022-004, applicant Scott Allen, representing Stephenville Rentals LLC pursuant to the requirements set forth in section 154.08 of the City of Stephenville zoning ordinance, is presenting an update and requesting an extension of the development schedule for the planned development located at 171 West Washington, parcel R29178, being Block 5, Lot B of City Addition to the City of Stephenville, Erath County, Texas. Steve, I assume nothing
No
to add?
additional comments, Madam Chair.
Yes. No questions? Opening a public hearing. Does anybody to wish to speak in favor or against this planned schedule? Closing the public hearing. Commissioners?
I move that we recommend to council approval of PD 2022-004's new timeline.
All those in favor of recommending to council approval of the new timeline, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, well, Bonnie and Justin, welcome. That was a pretty painless first meeting
Right.
for you all, but thank you for your time, and we appreciate having your service here today. We
Move
just
to
need,
adjourn.
that's what we need. Thank you, everybody.